Space. Beautiful, vast, and utterly terrifying. It's a frontier that ignites both our imagination and deepest fears. Today we'll explore why space isn't just awe-inspiring but also deeply unsettling. We'll journey through its vastness, harshness, psychological challenges, and the many mysteries that make space as dangerous as it is fascinating. Space is an endless void. There is no up, no down, no edges, and no center. It stretches beyond comprehension. Imagine being in a place where the concept of direction loses all meaning. One of the greatest fears astronauts face is losing connection to their spacecraft. Without a tether, you're at the mercy of the vacuum, drifting endlessly in silence. And that silence is absolute. Unlike Earth, where sound carries through air, space has no medium for sound waves to travel. In the vacuum, no one can hear your screams. This absence of sound is unnerving. It's an oppressive, deafening silence that amplifies the feeling of isolation. The universe is vast, filled with trillions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars. Despite its enormity, most of space is empty, a perfect void where the distance between objects is measured in light years. The staggering distances mean that exploring even our closest neighbors, like Proxima Centauri, would take thousands of years with current technology. Even our fastest probes, like Voyager 1, which has been traveling for over 40 years, have only just reached the edge of our solar system. This endless expanse of nothingness is as humbling as it is terrifying. Space doesn't welcome life. Every environment we've explored outside Earth is hostile to humans. Temperatures can swing from extreme heat to freezing cold in moments. The surface of Venus, for example, is hot enough to melt lead, while the shadowed craters of the Moon are colder than any place on Earth. Even in seemingly empty space, danger lurks. The vacuum of space doesn't just suffocate you, it's a place where the lack of pressure causes bodily fluids to boil at room temperature. A single puncture in a spacesuit could result in instant death. And then there are the cosmic hazards. Solar flares release bursts of radiation that can damage electronics and harm unprotected astronauts. Cosmic rays, high-energy particles from distant supernovae, continuously bombard anything outside Earth's protective atmosphere. Collisions in space are not uncommon. Asteroids and comets, remnants of the early solar system, traverse space with little warning. A large impact could endanger entire planets, just as an asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. Even the moons and planets that seem serene hide dangers beneath their surfaces. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, has a frozen crust that likely conceals an ocean. If we were to explore it, we'd face not only extreme cold, but also the unknowns of a hidden alien ecosystem. The physical dangers of space are daunting, but the psychological challenges are equally significant. Isolation is a major hurdle. Humans are social beings, and prolonged isolation in the confined quarters of a spacecraft can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. There's also the profound loneliness of space. Earth becomes a fragile dot, a distant memory of home. Astronauts often describe the overview effect, a realization of our planet's fragility and interconnectedness. While inspiring for some, this perspective can also be deeply unsettling, amplifying feelings of insignificance. Communication delays add another layer of isolation. Messages between Earth and Mars, for instance, take several minutes to travel one way. In emergencies, this delay can mean life or death. Astronauts must be self-reliant, solving critical problems without immediate guidance. Before venturing into space, astronauts undergo intense psychological training to prepare for these challenges. But no amount of preparation can fully simulate the experience of floating in the infinite void, far from everything familiar. As humanity dreams of colonizing other planets, these challenges become even more pressing. Living on Mars or beyond would mean years of isolation, limited supplies, and the constant pressure to survive in an unforgiving environment. Even with all we've discovered, space remains a mystery. Black holes, for instance, are regions where gravity is so strong that not even light can escape. Falling into one means being stretched into oblivion, spaghettified. Time itself warps around a black hole, making it one of the most bizarre phenomena in the universe. And then there's dark matter and dark energy, which together make up 95% of the universe. We can't see them, but their effects shape galaxies and the cosmos. Imagine exploring a universe where most of what surrounds you is invisible and incomprehensible. The universe is not static. It's a constant battlefield of creation and destruction. Stars explode in supernovae, leaving behind neutron stars or black holes. Galaxies collide, tearing each other apart while forming new stars. The search for extraterrestrial life adds another layer of intrigue and fear. If we're not alone, what forms might life take in these extreme environments? What dangers could await in uncharted territories? In the distant future, the universe will continue to expand, and galaxies will drift farther apart. One day, the stars may fade, leaving only darkness. Space's ultimate fate is as mysterious as its origins. Space is terrifying, not because it wants to harm us, but because it is indifferent. It operates on scales of time and power that dwarf our existence. Yet it is this very terror that inspires humanity to explore, to understand, and to conquer our fears. And in doing so, we might just find our place among the stars.